The war might be over, but for Afghans, life is still a battle. As they stand by the roadside selling their possessions in exchange for a scrap of bread, they're probably asking, where are all the Western leaders who promised to stand by us?
We will remain at the side of Afghan women and men, doing our duty to protect those we can protect.
Working with the Taliban, of course, if necessary, will go on. And our commitment to Afghanistan is lasting.
There are very good reasons for continuing to stand by the people of Afghanistan after the withdrawal of the troops, at least in the context of development assistance.
We must do everything to avert the real risk that is out there of a major famine and a humanitarian disaster.
We will continue to support the Afghan people. We will lead with our diplomacy, our international influence, and our humanitarian aid.
Well, all those leaders, embarrassed still by their failure to impose democracy on others by force, turned to another favourite tactic: economic suffocation. That's right, they've shut the aid bank. A lot of foreign assistance has been halted, but that's not all. When Washington and its NATO allies fled, they took all Afghanistan's cash. The US has frozen $9.5 billion worth of assets belonging to the Afghan central bank. So even those lucky few who do have savings can't take anything out.
It's not going to affect the government. What it does is affect the people, always. And so that's the case in Syria, and that's the case in so many different other countries as well. For the West, they sell this to their own population. The U.S. will sell it to its own constituents and so forth. As this is a better option than going to war, we're going to put maximum pressure on. We're going to put sanctions on it. It's seen almost like the moral way of waging war, when in fact economic sanctions are as devastating, if not more devastating, than military intervention, really, to the people in those countries. The U.S. is trying to strangle the country of Afghanistan in order to create some level of strife or instability that might provide the preconditions for perhaps either regime change, which would be ideal for Washington maybe, or a civil war where the West or an international peacekeeping force would need to come in again to restore order.